The Puppeteer's Curse. In the dim, flickering light of his cramped apartment, Elliot Hargrave stared at his reflection. The mirror's cracked edges seemed to fracture his face into multiple versions of himself, each one desperate, each one yearning for recognition. Elliot was an aspiring actor, his dreams as large as the city skyline he gazed upon nightly. Despite years of auditions and rejection, his talent remained unrecognized. That was, until the marionette arrived. The package was anonymous, wrapped in aged brown paper and tied with a fraying string. Inside lay an intricately carved marionette, a figure of haunting beauty, its face eerily resembling his own. Its eyes, painted with meticulous detail, seemed to follow him, glimmering with a lifelike sheen. Attached was a note written in spidery handwriting. A gift for your talent. Use it wisely. At first, Elliot dismissed it as a bizarre prank, yet something about the marionette compelled him. It felt alive, its wooden limbs radiating warmth. As an actor, Elliot was familiar with puppets, but this one was different. This marionette felt personal, intimate, almost like an extension of himself. Elliot's career took an unexpected turn the moment he used the marionette during an impromptu audition. His movements, once stiff and rehearsed, flowed with a natural grace. His voice carried an intensity that enraptured the casting directors. He was cast as the lead, and soon his name echoed through the corridors of theaters and studios. The marionette became his secret weapon. Before every performance, Elliot would rehearse with it, manipulating its strings as if drawing out its essence. Each time he performed, the marionette seemed to imbue him with a raw, almost supernatural talent. Critics praised him as a prodigy, audiences were spellbound. Success came at a cost. Elliot's dreams were now nightmares. The marionette haunted him, its painted eyes watching from the shadows, its wooden hands twitching in the darkness. He tried to discard it, to burn it, but it always reappeared, pristine, untouched, waiting for him. Stranger still, Elliot began to feel the pull of invisible strings. At first, it was subtle, an involuntary twitch, a compulsion to move a certain way. Over time, the strings grew tighter. His limbs no longer obeyed his commands. Instead, they moved as if guided by an unseen force. He was a puppet dancing to a sinister tune. Elliot's isolation deepened. Friends and colleagues noticed his erratic behavior, the hollow look in his eyes. They whispered about his obsession, his descent into madness. But Elliot couldn't explain the truth. The marionette controlled him now. One stormy night, Elliot, driven by desperation, confronted the marionette. He screamed at it, demanding answers, begging for release. The marionette's face seemed to shift, its wooden mouth creaking open. A cold, whispering voice emanated from within. You wished for talent, and I granted it. Now you are mine. In that moment, Elliot saw the truth. The marionette was not merely a puppet, but a vessel, a conduit for a malevolent spirit, a cursed soul that sought to live through him. Each performance, each accolade, had been a ritual binding Elliot tighter to the marionette's will. Terrified, Elliot tried to sever the strings, to break free from the marionette's grip. But the more he struggled, the tighter the strings became. They burrowed into his flesh, invisible yet unbreakable. His body was no longer his own. Elliot's final performance was his masterpiece, a one-man show that left the audience breathless. He moved with an otherworldly grace, his voice resonating with power and sorrow. Yet, beneath the applause, a darker reality unfolded. Elliot was no longer present. The marionette had fully taken control. As the curtain fell, Elliot stood motionless, his eyes vacant. The marionette lay in the shadows, its strings invisible, yet ever-present. The audience, unaware of the horrors beneath the surface, left in awe, praising Elliot's genius. Days later, Elliot vanished without a trace. His apartment was found abandoned, the marionette missing. Whispers of his disappearance spread through the theater community, but the mystery remained unsolved. In a distant city, an aspiring actor received a package. A marionette of haunting beauty, its face eerily familiar. Attached was a note. A gift for your talent. Use it wisely. The Puppeteer's Curse is a chilling tale of ambition and the price of success. It delves into the darkest corners of human desire, exploring themes of control, identity, and the supernatural. The marionette, a symbol of ultimate talent and ultimate damnation, leaves a lingering sense of dread, reminding us that sometimes our deepest wishes come with strings attached. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey through the Puppeteer's Curse. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss another eerie tale. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What would you do if you found yourself in Elliot's shoes? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay cautious.